Hey guys, Dr. Derry here. So today I'm super excited because I want to go over a standing and a sitting hip / lower back stretch. It's for those searching for relief, trying to find that perfect stretch for their back. These are two things that I like to do with clients in order to give them some opportunity to find these stretches, but in the most convenient time as possible. So let's go over one standing, one sitting. Here we go. Okay guys, so I want to go over the standing one first. And so we're going to hit that lower back. And so I really like focusing on the hip flexors because the hip flexors attach to the front of the thigh, but then they come around and they start in your back. And so loosening up the hip flexors also loosens up the lower back. So we're going to be in a nice lunge position, and then you're going to do a little bit of an arch in your back. So you're going to notice I'm going to straighten up nice and tall. So this back leg is getting a good stretch, and then I'm going to rotate away. And so if my left leg is back, then I'm going to rotate towards the right while being tall. So that rotation is loosening up the lower back, but then also as you rotate, you're getting a huge hip flexor stretch. So we're going to alternate here. And what I like about this is when I see people standing and they're getting a good stretch, you just miss that little bit of rotation component, and it make a huge difference in trying to get that stretch. So nice and tall, rotate, rotate. Great if you've been sitting, great if you just woke up, or great if you are just feeling generally stiff, but getting that nice big stretch in the front of your leg and rotating away. So when I have the lunge position here, my back heel is not on the ground. That's okay, it doesn't need to be. So we're just gonna be here. Feels amazing, feels really good. You can tell my rotation is not a ton. This is safe for people who have different levels of arthritis, different diagnoses in their back. Just explore that range, whatever feels good to you. Good side viewed here, nice lunge and rotate away. Nice lunge and rotate away. It's not a huge lunge, like I'm not trying to get actually down into a lunge position, and just that back leg is behind us. So not bad, not bad. So it hits the lower back, hits the hip flexors, hits the hips. The lumbopelvic complex, treating that lumbar spine requires looking at the hips too. So we hit standing, lower back and hips. You do about 30 reps of those, anywhere from 20 to 30, and you could tell the stretches without a hold, right? There's this big misconception in order to get a huge stretch, you have to hold it. But let's actually move. Let's get into that bigger range and then come out of it so your body doesn't have time to protect and kind of spasm, or not spasm, but guard into that range. So try it out, let me know what you think. Now let's move on to the sitting one. Okay guys, so now I'm gonna move on to the sitting hip / lower back stretch. And so like before, we focused on the standing one, focused on like the front of the hip. Now we're gonna hit more in the back, so lower back and the back of the hip. And so a lot of people know this is like the seated piriformis stretch. It's kind of like a modified pigeon pose. It's been called many of things, but the goal here is to feel it in the back. So your buttock, your lower back. So my go-to here is to cross one leg on another, and I've kind of got just a comfortable position. So the lateral bone or the side bone of your ankle is on your thigh, so it's uncomfortable. The key here is when you're in this position is pushing down with this elbow here. And so this little pressure that you see me doing makes a huge difference. I sit up nice and tall, then I lean forward. And I feel this directly into my buttock muscle. Feels super good. Again, I like doing more of a rocking position so I can get into a deeper range. And I'll show you guys a little different angle here. So cross over, push down, nice and tall. And my other hand down here is just gripping my foot, but you can do whatever with it, and then you lean forward. Great hip and lower back stretch. I'm moving into that range and I'm going up and down. Figure 4, piriformis, pigeon pose. It's all hitting the back of the hip. It's a great stretch I like to do. Now I've done this with a few knee replacements patients in the past, and sometimes it may bother the knee. Just be careful of how much pressure you're putting down. But even if you want to sit here and just pull to the side, I still feel it into the side of the glute. And so you could play with the different ranges here, but I like doing that, just that soft pressure here and nice and tall with the back. Try it with a really rounded back, and then try with a super tall back. And I guarantee you're gonna feel a difference, because when you do that, you're rotating your pelvis. And so you want to be nice and tall to get a bigger stretch into the glutes. It's a great, great stretch. I love doing this one when I'm stuck at the desk for a little while or a meeting, and I can just get a little stretch. but I'm always moving during meetings. I'm a physical therapist trying to search for that improved mobility. I don't want to get stiff, so I work into that. It's a great stretch. So, now reps and sets, right? Maybe you 2-second hold, 30 wet reps or so, 15 on each side, 30 on each side. It really doesn't matter. This is mobility and flexibility, so you don't have to worry about getting that burn, or it does not treat you the same thing as strengthening. So try out as many reps as you would like. Feel that good looseness in the back of your hips and your lower back. Enjoy that stretch. Let me know what you guys think. Please subscribe if you guys are like what I'm putting out there. I want to keep finding ways for you guys to find some relief with just some easy tips and tricks that you can do at home. So anyways, I hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, stay healthy, take care of yourself, and just keep moving.